Oh no! Oh gosh!
Oh, shucks.
Shucks. We are live. Thanks everyone for joining us. This is Lore Masters Arcanum number 143. Now, you guys are getting sort of into this newer. By the way, your website, please tell me your secrets. It's so good.
It's so
Ash
good.
is awesome. She made it all by herself.
Yeah,
No way, really?
From scratch.
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
would
all
you
of
take
it.
would you
The whole
take
thing.
commission work? Because I would love to improve my site. Yours is amazing. We're gonna show it today.
I mean, I could. If you were interested, we could discuss.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk.
We'll
Let's talk.
chat.
Yeah, that's where we're just talking here. So we'll give another couple of minutes here for people to jump in. Rachel, you're running the show tonight. You ready?
I'm
Oh, I like
so
the
ready.
screen.
I'm so
Yeah.
ready.
I like all the stuff bouncing around.
Oh, it's all
Yeah, all the emotes.
Those are
Yeah.
DJs.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
where DJ got these from?
No, no, he's in there, and then
Oh,
they
Yeah.
posted. Yeah,
Okay.
I love the little paw print. I never
Yeah.
noticed, but when it's bigger,
that's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh,
Hi,
yeah, with the gun. Thank you all for
Oh,
sticking in
thank
there
you,
while
thank
we
you,
had
thank you.
our
Being
technical
patient.
difficulties.
Yeah, we had just a couple of changes we had to make. All right, so for the benefit of David and Ash, they have never seen the LMA intro, correct?
Oh goodness.
maybe.
I don't.
I
think so.
might have.
I want to just
I
in
freak
case.
a lot. I
All
learned.
right, so here we
There's a
go.
higher chance that she's seen it. Either way, I'll see it.
All right, so watch your Twitch.
Oh, the cat
Enjoy
is
this. You are
attacking.
now part of this amazing process, the LMA.
Okay. I'm so ready. Got it.
It's very exciting.
Dun, dun.
Joffrey's done like a fantastic job with it. I do have to know where DJ G got his emotes from. They are
Yeah, he really likes
incredible.
using those.
Oh, look at those. Those are awesome. Yeah.
They're
Just
also
the vibrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes
Thank
it more
you.
hinged.
It's like whenever you have those videos, but right
So
next
this is
to
all
it
like-
is another.
Sorry, so sponsors.
go
No, sponsors, and then you'll see like there's lots of old school stuff here. Like that's from the Monster Manual 2, old school
awesome.
giant, and then custom artwork that we've done. The Sentinel from Cowboy Hob. You'll see
Cowboy Hob.
next, I think. Oh, this is part of the process we did with Tim, the Ever Mysterious, doing old school combat, Sentinel, more custom artwork, original Dungeon Master's Guide, of course. You guys would recognize that. And then the Greyhawk map, Anna B. Meyer, custom Greyhawk map.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted. That is the Overgord. This guy. I have
Ooh, I like
foreseen
the
your
look of him,
doom.
too.
Zombie goats from Anna B. Meyer.
Nice.
Anna Meyer's incredible.
Yeah, she is. More old school combat stuff from Tim. The Arena, Bill the Master Crafter.
And that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. And so
Not as
who made
awesome as
that?
your website, though.
I
All
don't
right.
know. That was pretty good.
They can all be awesome.
It can all be awesome, yes. All right,
They asked who
welcome
made
everyone.
it.
Tonight, I'm going to fix some of the slides. They're still going to be a little bit off, but we are joined by the amazing David and Ash from Catchy Cantrips. This is LMA 143. And my gosh, you guys are incredible. I've seen your content. I've looked at your website. Tell us what makes you so awesome.
I know. I'll try to scoot in. We'll try to.
No, I fixed it. I fixed it. No, I fixed
Oh,
it.
wait, no.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Leave that to me. I'll take care of you. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And you are so much fun. You rate us all the time. Your artwork is freaking insane.
Oh
It's so
gosh.
good.
Which of it have you seen at this point? Because
The live, the stuff you do.
come
well,
in.
So I've been on the website. I've seen the chibis and the other, but like I watch you live and I'll see it's just that cat is
So
eating
good.
your thumb. Your
He's going
your
for
thumb
it.
is gone.
He's munching.
Your thumb is gone.
He got embarrassed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
he got
shamed
called
him.
out.
I didn't mean to catch
Yeah.
him.
You can't catch him here.
I love that stopped you
Yeah.
mid-sentence. You were like, what? Yeah, for some reason, our cat loves doing that to his thumb. Like, he'll just come up and he'll specifically get himself sorted and
Yeah.
then grab David's hand and then just start sitting there, like, chewing on it. I don't know if it's, like, a comforting thing or something,
Tasty.
but
Yeah, that's just he just
I don't
likes
know. We used to try to stop him all the time, but
No,
he
it's clearly
gets angry.
it's clearly
Mhm.
feline ASMR, right?
it. That's
Wait, can you hear it?
I mean, he was kind of near the microphone. No, technically.
I never thought about that, but that would be bad because we've had that happen sometimes. Nobody says anything, but they're
Really?
actually just hearing all stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Just going, just chewing.
All right, so Rachel, why don't you kick us off
Yes.
tonight? I've got many questions, but I
love
know
to.
you have talked to these amazing people much more than I have. So hit it.
Yeah, so I've always been really curious how you both got started into like TTRPGs, just in general, like individually. Like, wait, how old were you? When did this happen? What got you into it?
Well, you can go first because
Oh.
you were first.
Yeah, so I first got into like D&D in high school technically, but I only played like a few times with a group of friends. It was very inconsistent. Then in
So high school, that would have
college-
been for you, David, 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. No one correct him.
Sorry.
It was exactly 3 years. Yeah, it was just
Yes.
Gray hair, sorry.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah. I always stop for compliments. Like, and then in college, I ended up wanting to DM myself because I ended up like I really like creature design, which ends up like helping on our stuff. And I made a lot of fun creatures that I was like, I really want to run a D&D game now, so I can use my own stuff that I've made. And so I did that, and eventually that led Ashton to getting into it because I met her and then invited her to play D&D, and that was the first time you played.
Yep. We actually connected over D&D, and then so that's how our relationship started. Was with
I love
D&D.
that. I love
That's
that.
so cute. And now it's continuously building alongside D&D,
And now
which
we want to
leads
make
me.
a D&D thing.
Yeah. How did you guys get started with streaming then?
Oh gosh. So I actually did streaming for a while, many years ago.
Yeah.
And I just kind of drew on stream, and I don't know if you can tell how much you've been in our stream, but I have a hard time talking and drawing. Like, I just can't.
I've seen
do
you. You'll
both.
The
pause.
bane
You'll
of
draw.
every
You'll, yeah,
artist's
I see. Yeah.
existence.
Yeah. And so that's why it's so nice to have David there, because otherwise people would just be staring at my face, me quiet, and it's weird. And we're just having this weird, uncomfortable silence. So it would be terrible. But that's what I used to do. And I only did it just because it was kind of nice to have some random people come in. And sometimes I'd have friends in to hang out with me while I was drawing and stuff. But then we started getting more and more into D&D together, and then we were together and we wanted to create something. And it's just kind of one of those things. I was like, well, I've always liked streaming, and we're trying to create a community. We're trying to create this thing. So let's do both, I guess, together. And then he also fixes, like I said, the problem of me being weird and quiet because I can't multitask. My brain is like, nope.
This guy just talk. I wouldn't be doing anything if I wasn't talking during it anyway. So
You could just stare and have uncomfortable eye contact.
that's true. Just like straight.
Prolonged
that's
eye contact
Yeah,
with
there's
the
nothing
camera.
else, and you still have that like happening. Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I sometimes bring Goomba up, and that entertains people.
Oh yeah, that's
So
true.
that's another.
Unless he's chewing into the mic.
Yeah.
There are some like cat cams that I've seen that artists have up, which
Yeah.
hey, if it works.
Yeah, we thought about doing that for our dog because he's in the house behind us. You
Yeah.
can't really see it, but you can see the
Okay.
lights. So this is actually a big dog house, and our dog sleeps in there. We thought about running a cord and putting a camera
Yeah.
into there so that we could have like a little camera feed of him napping and stuff.
That's-
But
I
So
saw it was an Instagram or a TikTok recently where somebody had a whole dog cave that went like, behind a fireplace. He went inside it and it was an entire dog area. He would lay down with the animal. It was gorgeous, all furnished. Probably about $50,000. I don't know what he did with it, but it was crazy. Yeah.
If I had money, you know.
Yeah, if I had that, yeah, exactly.
See, even if we did that though, Yoshi, our dog, I don't think he'd use it much. He just wants to be near us, specifically her, more. So we'd have that, and he'd still just want to sleep like right at our feet in bed like that.
He's like a little human. It's so funny. Like we'll put a pillow on the ground, and then he sorts himself and puts his head on the pillow instead of laying on it like a normal dog. He actually lays with it like on his head because he likes his head being supported.
Yeah.
He's a little person.
Yeah, he wouldn't even use
Little
this.
guy.
We spent $50,000.
So this is not D&D tonight. This is dog talk. So,
As much as I adore this.
where is Yoshi? Where's he at?
I think he's in there right now. Yeah,
Okay.
he's in there
No,
sleeping.
he's black, so he disappears into the dark
Oh,
right here.
he's in the
So
gotcha.
He's actually in his house.
Yep, you just can't see him.
Gotcha.
He is one of the shadows.
As much as I adore animal talk, because oh boy, do I.
All right, Rachel, get us back on track.
Yeah,
I would love to know about the Saviors of Creus, the RPG. Do you guys say SOC RPG or SOC RPG?
Well, we say SOC RPG,
Yeah.
but
SOC,
our
got it.
players from the first campaign always called it SOC,
Yeah.
and so some people call it SOC, and so we're like, yes,
I
okay,
think
it's
I think
SOC.
the main thing is if you get the letters right.
Yeah,
That is
okay.
the-
Yeah.
We
But
don't-
it is such an interesting concept. How did that like originate in both terms of like the text-based adventure format as well as like the world of Creus itself?
I think you technically were the first one to come up with the idea of the game in general because you wanted people to be able to play in the world we were going to do the live stream with,
yeah.
if I remember right.
Yeah, I have this obsession with wanting to build a community, which is just like a large group of friends, and I mean like massive group of friends, and the bigger the better, because I think that would be so cool. And the idea of instead of just having a live stream that is just a show, I wanted to make it something to where people could get involved in all aspects. And I'm talking like everything from creating the creatures to creating the lore to creating NPCs, everything, and then also be able to play in that world. And so then the idea came to me that everybody uses Discord to create communities and to interact. So why not create a game in Discord to do that very same thing?
Genius.
No,
That is
I mean,
awesome.
I love that because I didn't realize what you guys were doing in Discord until I got on the stream today and looked at your website and was going. It's super cool. So it's not just Twitch, it's Discord, it's continuous engagement, which is super fun.
Yeah. I
what?
mean, it's going to be insane when it's released, and it's taking so much longer than we had ever anticipated. And it is so hilarious to me that when I first came up with the concept, we were telling people, like, and each other, we were like, oh, this is going to take us a couple of months. Hoo. And then now it's like a year and a half later, and we're still working on it. And I'm like, so this is a long couple of months.
we're not coders, so we didn't really know the exact scope.
And I would like to note with what David just said, we have a super amazing friend that I am super heckin' grateful to, who is coding the game for us. We did hire another coder at one point for a little while, but he is doing so much of the game himself.
So when you say,
which is
what is he
insane.
coding exactly? Like he's building in Python or in Java, or what's he doing?
Yeah, so it's if I remember, once again, I'm not a coder, so
No, I'm sorry.
but it's
Me neither.
Sorry, I'm a semi-coder, so I don't mean like I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's like Python PHP or something.
Right.
And then what he's doing is he's coding out the game, which is actually a Discord extension. It's technically a bot. You know how you can add bots to your Discord?
Oh,
So
yes.
it's a plugin,
Okay. Yes.
but it is massive. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of line of code. It is massive, and it is going to be taking all of the information that everybody is doing and then keeping track of it so that people can have inventory. They make characters, they're going to have a class, they're going to battle, they can battle each other, they can trade with each other, they can do crafting, they can go shopping, they can adventure the entire world.
What?
They can go on quests, and every quest is a branching narrative with different endings so that everyone has a different experience throughout the entire game. So then it's like they're in the actual world.
The quests also have skill checks in them too.
Yeah.
Like in D&D. So depending on if you roll high enough, the branch changes if you failed or succeeded.
The battles to the creatures and everything, not only are they the creatures that they're making with us, but the creatures also have an AI integration with them so that they can adapt to what your choices are. So say you're battling a creature and it can tell that you're winning, it might try to run away, or you're taking a pause to like heal yourself and you're trying to hide. It knows that and it can respond accordingly so that there's a really dynamic aspect. So even if you battle, say, I'm making one up, but say you battle some like ooze creature or something, every battle that you have with any other ooze is going to be different because you're making different choices, and so it's reacting to you differently. And it is insane, and it is so much more complex than we ever thought it would be, but it is going to be insane, and we are so excited. We've already done some playtesting ourselves, but we haven't released any of the playtesting yet because it still has a good bit of bugs, but so excited.
Yeah, the creatures that you fight too, depending on their level and what they are, will be harder or less difficult. Even the same creature at like a lower and a higher level. So like the higher creature will have more things it can do because it's like smarter.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And how much of that is rubber band based on the PC levels, and how much of it is like the experience of the growth in the platform?
So it's going to depend actually more so of where they are in the world and what kind of quests they went out on.
I love that. I love that.
Instead of it being like really connected to their level and everything, say someone's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it, and they go to a really challenging area, which there are warnings that are like, there are some really strong creatures here, and they're like, I'll be okay. They might get murdered in one shot, and that is on them because they went. So
when
that's
choosing,
what John loves to hear.
I love that.
Choosing the quest too, they'll also say like recommended level or something. So if you do that and you're like, if you go in and you're like level 5, and on the quest it will say like level 20 is what you should be, and if you still do,
you can still go. And would there be then, let's say, so if it's a level 20 or level 17 adventure, and I'm level 5, will there be creative alternative paths to victory that if I'm clever, I could still win?
Well, yeah. So every quest, like I said, has branching narratives, and we're creating a bunch of different endings, and it's not like only one of those endings is quote unquote a winning end. So sometimes you can avoid combat altogether just by being smart about your choices. And also I would like to note for anybody, the reason why our website is so good and stuff is because we knew that it was going to be a reference for people. So you can technically go and look at that website and be like, so the quest says that I'm seeing these kind of tracks in this like,
so
I've got
your website up now. Give me a place I can go to, Ash, that would
search archives. So right at the top, the button in the center.
Yeah, under
Travel Prius.
Sorry, I got to turn my screen here. Where?
Yeah.
World?
In the center, the very center button.
The button in the center that says Travel to Prius.
The middle. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
All right. And then what am I to search for?
So you click on it, and then these are all of our lore notes and everything for our entire world. So then people can be smart and actually look at information of where they are.
I love the Tato tots. And tots can be gifted.
I had a question about that.
We have them right here.
Yes. All right. Oh, look at that.
I also want to show off. We have a crocheted version. Yeah. One of our community members made this, and it's so cute.
That's so
That is so. All right. So tell us about the lore, and then Tato Tots. Let's get to that when you have a second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh gosh, the lore just in general.
All the lore. Give us all the lore. The lore.
Everything
Give it
about
all.
Everything in 5 seconds. Yes.
I'm ready to write.
So I guess the lore overall is that we are making the lore to the world of Creus, specifically the country of Virgrim, and most of our stuff is going to be in that. And we are still building out on a lot of the lore in a lot of the locations. But I don't know.
Yeah,
How do
that's
you
like
summarize
perfect because that's what we do
everything?
together.
So I saw. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you go ahead.
So I saw the lore looked very fantasy based, but I saw there were some mechs or some sort of robotic creatures in there. So tell us about the mix of fantasy and sci-fi that's in this lore.
Well, so far, how we kind of played it as it's very dependent on where you are in the country. I think overall it's like mostly medieval, but then if you go to more wealthier places, things are going to be more like solar punk or just more technologically advanced because that's just where the resources are going in the world. And what sort of, I mean, I think all of the energy and power mechanical stuff is still more like arcane artificer type things,
right.
You know?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because we have our own lore on that some of the ore has magical properties, and so those magical properties in the ore is actually utilized in the technology, but it definitely has a strong like solar punk-esque vibe to it in certain areas, but then there are some areas that are not
Sorry, it was your video kicked off.
I know.
It's okay, yeah.
I had someone earlier that was like, oh man, I was not expecting that music when I loaded the page.
Yes.
But yeah, it, as David said, it really depends on where you are, which honestly has been so fun because once we have the game out and people are going, it's going to be such a different experience depending on where they travel. And you can travel in the game. So you might be in one area and all of the NPCs are much more friendly. They're much more open, even though you're not from there. And then another area and they might be holding secrets. They might be lying to your face.
Right.
They might not be friendly at all. So it's really, really fun.
So have either of you read or watched The Wheel of Time?
Yes. We were
Speaking
watching
of before
right?
we came on the stream, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I've read the books. Well, I read them technically 3 times. Robert Jordan, unfortunately, he died of amyloidosis. He had Brandon Sanderson finish the last 3 books for him. But the storytelling is incredible. And now being able to share that with my family, because my 13-year-old daughter, 12, she does not want to read the book. She tried. They're too complex. They're like, Robert Jordan will spend like 3 pages explaining the shape of a doily. It's like he's that detailed in the books.
It kind of sounds like Hobbit. Like
yeah,
Tolkien.
Tolkien. Yeah, it's very Tolkien-esque.
Except it's like a river.
Yeah, but yeah. So, but just the point, like the crazy areas you get into in the world. You were describing in one place they're fun and friendly, in another place they're dangerous. The Shanshan, those seafaring folks that come over. They have the you're not no one.
No, I know what you're.
Yeah. So they have the Damani, and they put the collars on the channeling women, and like they're so weird with the long fingernails. Like having these very strange cultures. Going anywhere in the world that makes it something completely different. That sounds like what you guys are doing.
Yep. That's the goal, is to have completely different cultures. And the thing about it that I absolutely adore is that because we're getting everybody involved in making all of the lore and everything, we're getting people involved from all over the world. So it's not just like 2 people from one location trying to make a bunch of cultures. It's literally a bunch of people from a bunch of different cultures trying to make different cultures. And so we get ideas that we would have never thought of ourselves. And that's part of what makes it so awesome.
And I think a big thing about the lore is too, we made sure not to like completely fill it out because we're trying to make it with everybody. So that's what we have on our lore days, where we all come up with a thing together.
Oh yeah, if you go to the I think it's like lore summary or something page on the website, It's somewhere in the
I got
top
it.
tabs.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
love this timeline you guys have. I was scrolling through this
So
earlier.
cool.
It is so cool, and this is where I saw the sort of mech-based robotic content on this timeline.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's actually one of the people that's in charge in one of the cities and stuff. She was built to be a non-biased, completely objective source to help govern things, because it's the idea of, oh, you're completely objective. So she was built to be part of like the governing thing, but she is actually not very objective, because she was
Oh.
built by a human, and you know, if you're built by something, there's always going to be things put into that. But
So
yeah.
Miri is Siri gone wrong.
I guess kind of.
Is that right?
Yeah. Pretty much. I like the rhyme.
Very good. Yeah.
We specifically named her that because we thought it was funny to do that. We
I
also
love that.
have
I love it.
our map maker is named Oogle Meeps, so people use Oogle Meeps maps. So it's Google Maps.
That's so
All right, so
good.
look, I'm already. I can tell. I want to talk to you guys a lot more than we have time for tonight. So we'll keep
Yep.
going through. But you're going to be back on if you're willing. I would love. But I do have before Rachel continues, because she's got so many questions. I have one.
I have so many.
How on earth are you guys so cute? Like you are both like God, you are just like so charismatic, both of you. Like you play off each other. It's so fun the way you bounce off, and like you. Yeah.
We train really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
you went to
can tell.
college for
It
that?
pays off.
School?
Yeah.
Master's degrees?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rachel, carry on.
You know, we dual DM and stuff. So when we do our campaign, which is coming back because we've been on a hiatus for a little bit, we dual DM. So we DM in unison the way that we talk. So we'll be like, oh, this thing is happening, and then David will say something and be like, oh, this thing. And then we go back and forth, and we can even talk as NPCs and stuff to each other. And it's chaos, but we DM in unison.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's great.
That
or I can
is
introduce
so
a character I just
interesting.
want you to do the voice of.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you
he did that.
guys-
Oh, so
Mixed?
is she okay, David, if you throw that to her with no notice and she's got to spontaneously, she like, boom, you're good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We luckily we're both super flexible. Like we're very relaxed. I don't know if that's obvious.
Oh, it is. Yes.
I'm very stuck up.
You're very stuck up.
we're
Actually, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
we're
we
all
can
we're all
tell.
stuck up here too.
Yeah, that's just what we are.
This is a stuck up channel. We're all stuck up. Rachel is the
Absolutely,
most
yeah.
stuck up. Yeah.
Oh,
I
of
get that
course.
vibe.
Yeah, flip that hair, girl. Flip that hair.
But yeah, we've done that for a while, and it's a lot of fun. And there have been times definitely where we've done that to each other. Like David was referencing this time where I was like, oh, I guess we're not gonna have to put this character in because next session we're doing this, that, and the other. And he was like, yeah, guess we're not. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad, because I didn't want to do that weird voice I came up with them. And then he was like, yep. And then came time, and we're like going back and forth. And then he's like, suddenly you see this random character that comes in, and then he looks at me and he's like, and they're blah blah blah, and I was like, you sure? And then I was like, and
Look,
does the weird
It was
voice.
important for plot reasons.
It wasn't. It was not.
It was not. No.
Sometimes you just gotta throw your partner under the bus.
It was
just a little
important
bit.
for my plot reasons. Not wanting to hear you do the voice live.
He literally was just sitting there like,
Hey, someone redeemed that NPC to be made to
yeah.
be on there. I was
Excuse
doing
me.
my duty.
Oh gosh.
But I'm very, very curious about the Tatoes because the name is so endearing. And is there a backstory or like a reason how that spawned?
Well, Ash originally created them, so she's the original like creator.
I made them for a campaign I was running for David
Yeah, I
and
was
a few of our friends. And I put them, they had crawled into basically, what is that thing called? The root
A tree?
creature. Yeah.
Like ant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
they
Tato
crawled
Tots
into,
are
like,
mischievous creatures of the Twilight Drift, a whimsical fey realm crafted by the god Tamatoe the Happy. These tiny creatures, scarcely larger than an apple, possess a charming round body, stubby limbs, and vibrant plants sprouting from their heads. As fey beings, the Tato Tots are blessed with innate magical power. This is so much fun.
A lot of this has been added on too. We've had to change it as the lore grew when our community grew, and wanted to be
Yeah.
like, what if they did this and this?
But yeah, it originally was just something I literally just kind of made up on the spot and was like, I don't know, this is attacking you. And then we brought it back for our campaign, and we were like, this is funny. And then people started loving them so much, and some people were trying to roleplay as them, and we actually murdered a ton of them in the campaign, like horribly. I'm talking like a
blew them up.
massacre of these little wooden creatures.
No.
And
So-
then that was before they became our community.
Yeah.
And then they became our community, and we're like, nobody go back on the episodes. We definitely did not kill
No. So
hundreds of people.
are you guys? Do you know the the original Star Trek Tribbles? Tribbles in the original.
I've heard of those
Trouble
before.
with
Yeah,
Tribbles.
yeah.
They were like little, exactly. Very like similar idea of this super cute. I mean, this is.
They are precious.
All right, these are going to be in my game. Can I steal these and put them in my game? Will you be okay with that? I'll give you
Yeah.
credit. I mean, this is.
You're gonna put it in Tears of Aaron, right? Because we're in the Feywild and they're fey creatures.
It's perfect. It's
so
perfect.
Of course you're going
It's
to put them in
perfect for our Feywild. It is absolutely perfect.
The best thing about them is because they're fey creatures too. We talk about it in the community. They can be like destroyed, so we can blow them up, but they'll just come back again, like regenerate, and they regenerate by like budding off of each other. Like they like grow like a growth off of one and then pop off, and then grow into like an identical clone of them.
And that's why you could see the little
So it's
mark
like
on its
asexual
stomach.
reproduction.
Yeah, they just do like mitosis and just
so
split.
good.
and become
Exactly.
another one.
Hey guys, go back, watch Trouble with Tribbles. It's the original Star Trek series. It's like from the 70s
Trouble
or
with
whatever.
Taters.
Trouble with Tribbles. Yeah, Trouble with Taters. Yes, exactly. We have Trouble with Taters. It's a thing now. Woo!
I at first thought he was gonna say go back and watch when we blew them up. I was gonna be like go back and
You're
check
gonna be
out when we destroyed them.
heartbroken.
No. I don't want
You
to.
wanna cry.
They're too cute. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, we made it dramatic and everything.
We even
didn't
described
know.
like a leaf like falling down and like tumbling to ash or something like dramatic.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully it had to happen for the plot, right?
Right. Well, it was.
Just say
It
yes.
was.
Just say yeah.
I
Just say
believe he
yes.
said it was
Okay.
his plot.
Yeah. Sometimes my plot is different from the main. like,
Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah, we never expected them to become what they have become. But they're kind of just our mascot at this point, and I am so okay with it.
yeah, and
Yeah.
so when we do the interactive campaign again, just like we did in the last one, the whole idea is that everyone in the chat is Tatos, like running around where the players are. So they're like in the world, seeing and interacting with the stuff. And when they do the channel rewards to do magic and stuff, they can like technically attack our players or enemies, heal people, all sorts of shenanigans.
That's so
It's like
cool.
they're there, like running around doing stuff while the players are doing stuff.
Yep.
That is just such a cool idea. And it's like, especially within, to like group a community closer together and to have them, instead of just like watching something, be involved in it. That's just, that's so
We
good.
even elected a Tato Council, which I believe is on our website.
You have it. Wait,
where's that at again?
where's
Is
the
that-
Tato Council?
I think it's
I
under
think I
community.
found
Is there-
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
it should
community
be.
at the top,
Yeah.
and then
Our community, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The
I
Tato
think that's
Council. There it is. All right.
So good.
So
And these are all people in our community.
all right. So this is now my new goal. I must somehow ascend to the Tato Council.
It is a very
I
prestigious
draw
position.
the art for it. So then I would draw the Tato.
So you draw you as a Tato.
Yeah.
It's like what-
That's so good.
This is
we had a
so
whole
freaking cool.
election and everything. Yeah, we had
This
an
is so
election
good.
in our Discord. People were making
Democracy.
literal campaign posters.
Oh yeah, the
That were in
campaign
there.
posters were amazing. Oh
It's so
god.
good.
Yeah.
Someone
What a
drew
great
one of the
community.
Tatoes as "I want you to vote," and it's like the finger hand.
Yeah.
pointing.
When it was a
Classic,
potato.
yeah.
Yep.
So good.
That is so much fun. All right, Rachel, I'm going to take this over if you don't like. You got to jump in here because I could talk all night with these two. Go ahead.
I just like hearing them talk. It's fun. But you know, creating this like text-based TTRPG adventure, I'm sure is a very unique endeavor. Are there any sort of like notable challenges and rewards that you've associated with this format compared to like the traditional tabletop sessions that you guys run?
I feel like at the moment it's more just like it's so much information we have to figure out and get together because it's all the like us writing these branching narratives that we have to come up with, as well as well, our community luckily is helping us with the lore, the creatures, even
So cool.
items, but there's still just like a lot there, and we also haven't made a game like this before, so balancing things is something that we've been working with and will continue to be working with throughout the beta, I'm sure, because someone's going to be like, why'd this thing kill me in one hit at level 1? And we're like, oh yeah, you're right, that probably shouldn't happen.
Yeah, something that's supposed to be a lower level thing probably shouldn't kill a lower level person super easily.
Yeah.
But it is really tricky because we're writing out all of the mechanics of how they respond to things and kind of their strength balancing, and it is just so much. Not to mention, this has not been done before. We are creating the very first ever of its kind.
What you guys are
The
doing,
closest-
I've talked to so many people. I've never seen what you're doing. It's unique.
Yeah. I mean, we ran a Kickstarter and we looked and looked, and the closest thing that we could find was a game called Epic RPG and Ultimate RPG, and they're both like role-playing-ish games, but they don't actually go out into the quests narration. You don't have the dynamic of like choosing all of your choices and then going down branching narratives, and you don't have skill checks or anything like that. So though it is a role-playing game, it is definitely very much the first of its kind, and we are so excited. So excited.
You should. I mean,
Also,
you. Sorry, go ahead, David.
Oh, I was just gonna say, with the Kickstarter, if you were someone who ended up helping us at all, backing that, you also get to start the game with a Tato Tot as a familiar that you just get. That was just another thing.
Are there any late backers? Can you do a late backer on that, or is it's?
We haven't decided on that, but we really should, because we keep getting asked
open that up.
about
Like
it.
our community will support that. We'll post it in our Discord. I mean, I would love to have you guys.
We could always do something like a Ko-Fi thing. Like if somebody does a certain Ko-Fi thing that was the same amount as backing on the Kickstarter, then we could note that down.
And I've been wrong this whole time. I pronounced that Ko-Fi. It's Ko-Fi. I'm wrong.
I have no idea.
We might be doing it wrong.
Does anyone
I
know?
also thought it was
Does anyone know the
Ko-fi.
right answer? Because I was like kind of like
have-
coffee, but Ko-fi. It's Ko-Fi.
Yeah.
No.
Buy you a cookie.
Lo-fi, hi-fi.
No,
All
I-
right.
Yeah.
We have one and we don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Oh wait, Ko-Fi. So
Kofi. I think I was like
so
Kofi,
I'm
like
wrong.
coffee. I know. I wasn't challenging you, Ash. I was curious. Like,
You're like, boom, gotcha.
yeah. Boom, roasted.
Right.
So look, Dahlia on your website. I do have to ask, Dahlia. We have a character on our stream on Sundays, Dahlia. But what I'm most but what I'm most concerned about is I'm not afraid to punch a child. Tell me about that.
So yeah, all of those are they're direct quotes from our players at some
So
point.
good.
Wait, does that distance you from that in some way, David? Like that it's on your website. Like
It me a little bit. I'm like, it's a little bit. Look, all I'm gonna say is I didn't say it.
So the scenario that happened is that we were both being creepy children that they had found on the side of the road that were asking them to take them to their grandfather that was left up the mountain, and they were like, just come with us, and we were being really creepy.
Yep.
And she was like, give us...
Just come
with us,
pretty
right?
much.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
And
shining bucket.
and she was like, no, kids, just tell me more information. Like, is your grandfather actually up there? And we were like, just come with us. And she was like, no, no, I'm not going anywhere until I get some answers. And then we kept just being like really like not saying anything. And so then she went, guys, I am not afraid to punch an eye.
I love it. That is, I figured it was something like that. It makes perfect sense. I was not trying to call you guys out. I thought there was a good story behind it.
I
love that.
The player's name is Rachel.
I know. It's crazy. So Cameron playing Dahlia, Rachel, the name of this Dahlia. Why? I don't. It's crazy.
It's so fun.
Yeah. Go ahead. You got it, Rachel.
Could you guys like elaborate on the evolution of the world of Crius? Like, since you guys, what did you guys have created to begin with, and then like what has been added on by like the viewers and the streams that you guys have been having?
Oh, they've added on so much. Oh gosh, we had like a good base, I feel like, for what Crius was in the country, and then. Like, if you see all the lore posts we have on there, most of those are ones that we did when we were working with the people on our lore days.
Most of them, yeah.
That we gathered. And then I'd say the creature page, I don't know if you've looked at that yet on the website, that has we'll pull that up. Maybe 60 creatures on it currently. But
maybe more than that.
Yeah, that was just a rough estimate.
No, I saw there's some, and the artwork is, this is your artwork, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so much fun. I love the cap horror, little mushroom guy, all the stats.
Oh, I actually played as the mushroom guy in another live stream.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's so good.
It's horrifying because that day our community was feeling a little unhinged, and I drew that I drew that little guy and I was like, oh look, he's so cute, he has little boots. And then somebody came in and they were like, I want him to scream. And we were like, what?
No, it's
and they were like, no,
like Toad.
He rips off his own cap,
like the head,
and you can hear screams from underneath. And then we were like,
yep. And if you read the thing on him when you click it, it says it in there too. Like that's the lore that we went for.
Dying.
Yep.
I love it.
Oh, I get it. So it's fungal terror. He rips his cap off. That is horrible.
Yeah, I don't know where it is on there, but somewhere in there it talks about it being like
right. Horrors removing their cap releases pent-up air, causing a high-pitched, almost screaming sound to be heard, which can attract predators or rival tribes to their position. Being scavengers feasting solely on dead meat, the cap horrors have no need to hunt. Be warned, anyone can become carrion. Love it. So good, so good.
Yeah, it was really. Oh, also they wear the boots so the roots on their feet don't anchor them to the floor forever.
Yep.
So
it prevents them from taking root.
But why I brought up the creature in the first place is there's so many on the website now, but the amount we've just made with people overall, we have like, it's got to be over 300 now or something, right?
Well, so I see.
David, no.
Like maybe 600 even or something.
No,
crazy?
I checked the other day and we have 100 of the sets. And each set has like 6. We have over 600 creatures now that we've made. I like that David's like, I think it's over 300. I'm like, it's somewhere between 600 and 900.
Wow. And there's, I mean, and so many of these are appropriate for Faye. So given where my stream is at, I'll probably pull a couple of these in and we'll shout you guys out. But just so much fun. All right, Rachel, I'm sorry. I keep jumping in. Go ahead.
No, I'm very excited.
I'm just
about
excited.
That
I get
idea.
excited. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're both excited. That's how it works. Is there like an origin story to how you guys incorporated the interactive element into your TTRPG content?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it started at the beginning. It's just we didn't know how we were doing it.
Yeah, I think in the very beginning when we knew we were going to do like a live stream, we wanted to make it interactive somehow, but we weren't always sure exactly. We like experimented with some things.
Some were not great.
Yeah, but you know, we had to try to see.
Yeah, trial and error.
And then, I mean, it really all hit off when the Tatos started becoming popular. Because when they were popular and the lore was growing, we were like, oh my god, they're just there. And they're doing stuff like it's the perfect like way of
potatoes.
Yeah. So
it was actually because of some of our community members we have to thank for that, because they kept wanting to role play in chat. And our thing from the very beginning was, let's figure out random ways to have people involved. And we kept seeing people role playing and wanting to actually impact things. And we had already created redeems and stuff, but it was pretty standard of what we had seen on other people's streams. redeems, of having like a handful of redeems that maybe you could give somebody a nat 20 or something like that, because we'd seen a couple of interactive ones, but we wanted more out of that. And so seeing people trying to be an actual creature and somewhere in the campaign, we were like, wait a second, we could do this. We could like build on this.
Yep. And we
so,
already talked about them being magical. So it's just like, oh, they can just do little cantrips, like, because that's like not too powerful. I mean, and it affects the story. Our like second to last or final episode in the last season, last campaign, it even showed that because someone redeemed a cantrip and they were like, I want to use Firebolt and burn the only bridge that the players have to get to this next location. And they did that. Like, so
it's funny because sometimes they hurt and sometimes they help, and it really just depends on the mood.
Yep. And the person, like,
yeah.
I like the fire effects.
But yeah,
so many.
It's so funny. It just got really crazy with that. And oh gosh, what did I just remember? I hate when that happens.
Is another thing the potatoes did?
Yeah.
I remember when
I
they
get
tried to
that.
get under an acid waterfall.
Our next campaign, so oh yeah, that was funny. Our next campaign is completely unrelated to our first campaign. So
Yep.
everybody and anybody who's like, okay, this sounds interesting. Our first campaign, you don't have to watch it. You don't have to see us brutally murder Tatos.
That never happened.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
never
that
happened.
you don't have to watch
Super
it. The next campaign, we were like, you know what? We're doing things differently. So let's just keep doing things differently. So our next one is actually not a huge overarching story. Instead, we're dividing it up into quests. And the reason why it's divided up into quests is because this new group that we're going to have for the second campaign are adventurers that work for the Adventuring Guild. And they get assigned quests that the Tatos actually deliver to them.
Yeah.
And the Tatos
Like
deliver
little
them the
scrolls.
quest. And this is going to be a community member. So we're going to vote in and have a community member that gives them the quest each time that we're switching the quest. And then that quest will last for maybe 2 to 4 sessions.
I have to interrupt you. You've got to stop. You're trying to steal my player. Rachel, calm down. Calm down, Rachel. Calm down.
I'll be there.
Look, we would never do something like that. We'll talk later, Rachel.
I'm teasing.
Oh gosh, but yeah, it is going to be so crazy because we're going to be doing it so it's going to be 2 to 4 sessions per quest, so that people who are coming in, because once again, our goal more than anything is actually to engage with our chat, engage with our community, and have everybody feel involved. So like, it's really hard to come into a campaign in the middle of the like in
a
the
40
middle of the campaign.
episode arc or something like that.
Yeah, like that would be crazy. So we were like, what if we divide them up into 2 to 4 session or live streams? That way, anybody coming in, we could say, oh yeah, you only have 2 that you have to watch before this if you want to get involved in this one. If not, wait 2 sessions and then we're going to be on to a new story.
I love that.
Though
So
it's going to be
That's so good.
no, I love that. And Ash, we've talked about that here because I do these long arcing, multi-year campaigns. They're fun, but you break them into books because you're right. Like someone's like, okay, 57 sessions in, do I really want to watch that? Rachel and I have been talking about for Tears of Aird, we're going to do a 10-minute summary here in the next week or so.
Oh, that's
Rachel,
nice.
so if you miss the first 35, and they're only like 4th level? Are you 4th level, Rachel? 5th? 5th level, yeah, 5th level. They're only 5th level after 37 sessions, but a quick summary
The first
of
10 of those, we were children.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't know. Yeah. So they started out as kids. So this campaign, they were all like 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids, urchins in the city, basically level 0. For the first 10 episodes.
We had 2 HP.
Yeah, they had 2 hit points, found rats, or skulked around the city. It was all roleplay based. But then at episode 11, they fast forwarded to 7 years. And so now they're all like 19, 18, 19, 20 years old. But we're going to do 10-minute summaries because you're exactly right, Ash. People look at that and they go, I can't go back and watch 37 episodes of a show. So yeah, dead on.
It's too much.
It can be intimidating, especially if it's a thing that like each week you're getting further behind technically.
Exactly. You kind of give up.
Happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how we're breaking our things down, and it should be really fun. And we're gonna have the same characters throughout all of them,
Yeah.
so they're the same group that are going on adventures. But another thing is that we can have guest people come on. Wink. We can have guest people come on for short terms without having the obligation to stay for a long period. That way we can interchange people out and stuff.
That is so cool. And you said earlier that you guys are like trying.
I'm sorry, we lost Rachel. I don't know what happened there. It was the wink, the wink, the wink.
Well, oh man, you must have winked where you could see it.
Oh my, I thought I did it so.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Go ahead, start your video again, Rachel. I'm playing.
Jerk. I was gonna say that you were talking earlier.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this because guess what? You guys are going to be playing characters on my stream very soon. I'm going to pull you in. I would love to have you in one shots. You guys are both so much fun. I've got some
mushroom guy.
What's that?
Can I play the mushroom guy?
No. No.
Yes,
No.
please.
No.
He comes with potatoes.
Well, okay, maybe. We'll see.
Compromise.
We can talk.
Yeah.
We can talk. Yeah.
Yes.
Rachel, I've got a few questions to wrap up, but why don't you kind of ask the next couple, and then when you're done, I'll close us out here because I really want to ask some of the rudimentary questions of how
hard hitting.
Well, not hard hitting. I want to ask you guys about how you became so geeky. Your original, how your geekdom started.
The OG
That's the
stories.
ultimate compliment. Yes, and how so. Rachel, go ahead.
I was saying that you were talking earlier, Ash, how you guys are trying to be like more interactive with your audience, and I just want to compliment and say that you guys are doing a fantastic job. Anytime I log into your guys' stream, it is just a constant ray of just positivity and warmth, and it is just so fantastic. You guys are doing a wonderful job. But you guys are telling these stories, and I was wondering if there are any of like the most unforgettable moments in your adventures
Love
that
it.
have had like a lasting impact on you guys.
Ooh, do you mean like in the campaign that we did before, or do you just mean as a whole, like everything, like our adventures? with
However you
Catchy?
want to interpret that.
Ooh, gosh.
Let's do as a whole.
Ah.
As a whole, yeah. Like
Yeah. So as a whole, I feel like honestly we've had so many moments, and most of them are interactions with people that we never expected to have.
Yep.
So we went into this with no expectation of having people be really excited for this and so many people to get involved. We were just like, yeah, we'll get some people and it'll be like a fun time. Oh yeah, David has fame craze.
Yeah.
He thinks he's famous now.
Yeah, I signed 2 autographs.
Oh, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
David-
That means you're famous.
David, you are famous. You are famous. Yes.
See,
you are.
thank you.
Oh, no,
They're
don't tell
helping.
that. But yeah, we went into this just wanting to create something that people could enjoy, and we've had so many amazing interactions. I can't even narrow it down of things that I never expected, like people sending us little tips
yes.
I know.
and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Good.
And people saying that we're like the highlight to their week, and that we just like I can't even narrow it down. I don't even want to.
No. You no.
just-
Don't. Because I know exactly what you're saying. I've been doing this now for a little over 3 years. I started streaming. So I played D&D in the late 70s. Sorry, I was like 8 years old. And I started playing that. That's the whole blue box. It was this original, this old.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the calculator.
I'm 52. I'm 52. I started playing very, very young. But I have been shocked. So I played all growing up through high school, and then I stopped for about 10 years. And then when I had young kids, I thought, man, I need to introduce this to them. It taught me so much about vocabulary, team building, leadership, community, imagination, storytelling. And so I brought this to my kids when they were like 7 and 5 or 8 and 6. And we played about 10 years in our own home doing PFSRD, the free stuff. And then when my son was 18, he said, Dad, you need to put this on Twitch. And I said, Jordan, no one wants to watch me play D&D on Twitch. And he's like, yeah, Dad, they do. You should put this on Twitch. And that's how Blue Box was born. And I have seen the same exact thing, Ash. I was concerned when I started doing it that it would ruin the game. that I'd be too distracted by the viewers and the technology. And what I found is it's built a community of amazing people. I get, just like you guys are, every week I'm being given gifts and I'm being sent things, people talking about life-changing experiences and the power of community. This is why I do this. I got stuff. I'm gonna get verklempt here, but yeah, it's
I'm
like,
gonna cry.
yeah, this is why I do this. It's incredible. So, Rachel, carry on, please.
Was there more? That was
There's more, but I need a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's fair.
That's okay.
Yeah, I guess for viewers that are interested in the setting, are there any exciting developments or experiences that they can look forward to within the world of Creus?
So much. I mean, our game that we're building and everything, that's exciting and upcoming still, though we don't have exact times. We thought we did, but it's just perpetually like,
a couple
we have
months.
to fix this, we have to do this. Oh, yeah. But it's every single week that we are going on and we are adding to this world. So anybody who wants to get involved in the world that who
There
knows
is
how many
so
people are going
much.
to be playing.
Yeah, this website, you got the Discord, it's popped up there. Click that, join their Discord, check out their website, Catchy Cantrips. It is
Also,
so good.
they, for the viewers that possibly aren't familiar with Catchy Cantrips, on their Discord they will do polls so that you can kind of determine what the next stream is going to be, and you guys can go in and have an impact on the world and like all of that. And it's really cool, and you should check it out.
Love it.
Oh, so impact on the world. I don't think it was mentioned, but the SOCRPG, the game, we're also going to be doing things in there that actively affect the rest of the world, and that includes the live campaign. So there will be like community events where it's like you'll get notified and you'll be like, this huge monster is attacking this village, and then you get the opportunity to go participate in the event, and it will be like a timed thing, or you have a certain amount of time and you need a certain amount of people to help. And depending on how many people join and what you guys do in that, actively will affect the current world and the lore. So if in that instance not that many people show up and the monster ends up destroying the village, then in the campaign our live players might pass by a village that's been burnt to the ground, and the people nearby are like, oh yeah, this monster came by and just wrecked everything and no one can stop it. Like,
we also plan on updating the quests and everything, because we're able to update and change quests accordingly whenever. And so if we have a big event that it impacts an area that was relevant that people could go to, that area might burn to the ground or something, and then it impacts the game. So we're trying to make it so that it's all one world. So if anything super significant happens in the campaign that affects it, it also affects the game, and vice versa. And then we're even going as far as to keeping track, and if we see something funny, obviously we can't keep up with every single player's everything, but if we see something like somebody's just consistently murdering everything that comes in their path, they are like
a murder hobo.
They're just like killing, like anytime they get the option in the quest to be aggro, they are. We might be like, that's funny and strange, so then we might throw it in there that there's like a murderer on the loose, and then put up a posting both in the campaign and also in the game and stuff to talk about it, and we're referencing one of the players in the Discord, so one of the community members. That way it feels like a living environment, like it's an actual world, and I love it.
That would be kind of funny.
It's not a challenge.
Well, it'd be kind of funny if we did it for people's username like that, though. It's like, it looks like cheesy pants. It's like a mass murderer. Like, we're looking for this.
Hey, I want to call out a chat in the Discord here. Sam Curtis said, "Welcome to the internet. It's not all bad." I don't know if he meant what I think he meant here, but I think that is what connected us. There are good people out here doing these things, and I think you guys, I don't know, how did you find Blue Box? Like, you guys found us first.
Oh, how did we?
The first time that we rated you, it was complete and utter random. So I would love to be like, oh, we saw.
Yeah, no. Ash, lie. You lie here. That's part.
Look, we're just D&D. It's all about lying.
But like, in all honesty, I'm pretty sure that I was like, okay, everyone, we're rating into Blue Box.
Wait, DJ J says he directed you guys.
DJ J.
Oh, perfect.
Did you?
So Oh, okay.
Stop your deception
That's so
skill.
funny.
Let's go.
So we rated into you guys. I guess it was DJ. I don't remember.
Yeah,
It might have
sometimes
been
people do
DJ.
tell
But
us,
anyway,
ideas.
we had
Yeah.
no idea who you were. And sometimes people have told us to go into streams, and we were like, oh, after we went in there, but it was like, oh, it's too late now. And so I think I said something along the lines of, okay, we're rating into Blue Box RPG. I guess hopefully they're cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we were
Whenever it's like rating a new person, we're like, we hope they're cool, be nice, just like we'll see.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Ever since we rated someone, and I won't say who or anything, no trash talking online, but we rated in, they were talking super politically and getting really aggressive about it and saying like certain political stuff's really stupid, and they were being aggro, and we rated in, and then that started happening, and we were like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah,
This
you
is
see,
awkward.
no, the aggro is the right word. You see that a lot. You see, hyper political things. You see there's a lot of stuff you don't want to rate into out there. So,
Oh, Emrinson.
Oh,
yes.
Emrinson is awesome. His
They
wife
sent us this.
is the
Hello,
one that made
Emrinson.
it.
Oh, hi.
yes.
Be nice. Yes, always be nice. That's our. So we have a whole culture statement on our website. The honor of a paladin, the kindness of a cleric. In
That's
Blue
so
Box,
cute.
yeah, you
very
just
cute.
this is how you operate in this community. So how did you become nerds? When did you first
right.
realize you were nerds?
Well, David was born one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just kind of naturally. Like,
Out of the room.
No, but David, but seriously, let's start with you. Because as a
Mm-hmm.
kid, you grow up, you go to school, you're in 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade. At some point, you realize. When was that moment for you?
I think I would probably say when I kind of discovered and got into Star Wars is like the starting point for me. I would say that and Lord of the Rings. I mean, I was always a nerd for dinosaurs, but that's I feel like a different sect of nerd. But yeah, so I
You said
really,
that to John too.
I love it. No,
Oh.
no, it's a thing. I love dinosaurs. I just don't think they belong in D&D. So it's
Oh, yeah.
No, carry on.
Yeah, so I think Star Wars got where it got started, and then would go into like more like it just kept spiraling from there with Lord of the Rings stuff. I think there was like a while when I was younger, like in a teenager growing up, I was like trying to fight it because it wasn't seem as cool.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
cool,
where I-
right? Yeah. No, yeah.
I was like, and even D&D, I kind of went against that for a while because I was like, oh, I'm nerdy. I like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, but I'm not that nerdy, is like what I thought at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm not, because also any media I'd ever seen or heard about it too, all it showed was like just like people in like a dark basement dressed up like wizards being like, I roll to hit with my paladin, and like that, and that kind of thing. So I was like, oh no, I'm not nerdy. I'm not that nerdy. So I pushed against it. But then as I got older and liked more things, I was like, I don't care. I like these things. There's nothing wrong with me.
The I don't
enjoying
care
it.
moment.
Like,
That is
Yeah.
the I don't care moment. Yes. That's awesome, David. What about you, Ash?
I think I've always kind of been nerdy because I even have memories going all the way back to like preschool and stuff of me creating scenarios. I used to be that kid that would be like, okay, everyone, so this is what we're doing. We are serious on this playground, and okay, you over there, you are gonna be a monster, and then you over there, you will be the wizard that's just fighting the monster, and then we will create an army. But wait, there's another army on the horizon, that kind of thing.
Yes. No, I identify completely. Yeah, you're
Me
Yeah.
too.
you're speaking my language. That's awesome. So I will. I've told one part of this story before, but I'll tell you guys both. So I was the same. I think it was second grade. It was second grade. My homeroom teacher was Miss Furbotten. You can imagine how that went over at that age.
no.
Miss Furbotten, they had a play class that you could craft, and I had I made a custom Grinch thing. I pushed a chair. I thought it was creative. Everyone else thought it was terrible. I was humiliated. I was laughed at. But that was kind of like my first foray into true geekdom. I knew I was surrendered to it, and most people who have watched this show will know the story. It was 1981. Yeah, so I would have been 10 years old. And my stepfather, pseudo-stepfather, had Playboy magazines that he kept in his bathroom. And I knew where they were. I would grab them, steal them, and trade them to my friends for lead figures. This is a literal thing that happened. And so looking back on that, realizing what young man is trading, Playboy magazines for lead figures, that was when I knew I was an incorrigible that guy geek. Yes, exactly. Gotta start him off young on the lead figures. Yes, DJ, the lead figures. But guys, you are so much fun. Thanks for joining us tonight. Rachel, I'm going to give you the final questions, and then we will let Dave and Ash ask anything they would like to wrap up.
Oh goodness, where should the people find you?
Everywhere. We're on Instagram mostly as far as social media. Occasionally I post to Twitter and all the other X. I don't know. Anyway,
whatever.
all the variants of that, like Blue Sky and what have you. But it's mostly Instagram as far as social media. But then Twitch, obviously, Catchy Cantrips, and our Discord. Like we're actively in our Discord all the time, chatting with everyone. Like I've said, this whole time our whole thing is creating a community, and we want it to be as much like a giant group of friends. So we are heavily involved with chatting with everyone. I mean, I just made emotes for one of our community members because I was so proud that she made affiliate and stuff. So I made some emotes for her. So like we're super involved with our peeps. But yeah, everywhere.
And we have the Ko-fi. Is that,
I think it's closer.
Ko-fi.
Yes, let's go with Ko-fi.
Yeah. We have and the Patreon where we do some stuff on there too, and that's also how you'll gain access to the SSRPG when it's out, as well as you get to see Ashta's even more beautiful drawings of the creatures fully colored and stat blocks and minis on there.
Helium fish. So type in helium fish in the search bar.
Oh yeah, the search bar for creatures.
But yeah, I think it's helium space fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing I colored. Yes. There it is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It is so silly.
You make this okay. So here's where you guys are opposite of Blue Box. Like most of my stuff is very serious, very like hardcore, and you guys have all this silly, fun stuff. I love this. We can balance each other.
Yes.
Yeah, we have some that are like randomly super serious and intense, but then so many of them end up like this.
This is so awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone's
tied into a lore day.
No, sorry, go ahead, Dave. What?
Oh, I just said, and this guy we made was also like tied into another place we made with everyone for lore day. So we made a setting, and then this thing was made after for it, like kind of deal.
The Nimbus Sea?
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah, it's a sea of clouds. So there's not actually a sea. It's literally just a location that's stuck in between a bunch of mountains that's so dense with clouds that it looks like an ocean of clouds. And it is just this thick layer of clouds that's constantly foggy and cloudy. And there are a lot of really strange creatures that live there.
Like that guy. Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Amanda has pinned the Ko-fi in the chat.
Yeah, the Ko-fi's there. The Discord link is there. The website is there. All of our Blue Box friends, and we'll post this on our Discord as well because, you know, it's Wednesday. It's Halloween week. We got a lot of people that are out this week. But we're going to support you guys tremendously. Follow Catchy Cantrips. Follow their Twitch. Get on their Ko-fi. Their website is going to be our website pretty soon. I'm going to talk to them. We'll figure that out. We got to figure. I got to make mine better. Mine sucks compared to yours. But like these guys are super fun. Ash and David, you are my favorites. I love having you guys on. Love. You guys are incredible.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
All right, so I'm gonna get ready to kick off the raid. Rachel, final questions.
I have one. Yes. I have one thing I have to say too beforehand. Is Also, I say this hi to everybody who's in chat that I don't already know, that David and I don't know. And I know that might be weird because I'm like also talking to you two, but also hi chat. David and I really like genuinely getting to know folks and stuff. And so if any of you do any cool creation things, or you just really like this kind of stuff, feel free to simply just talk to us. We're not looking for like follows and stuff. I always say that I hate like the follower thing.
Wait. So
weird.
when I say, if you're watching right now and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub is expired, sacre bleu, what are you doing? You hate that, Ash?
I do. I'm so sorry. I'm very honest. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's good. Honesty is important.
But the reason why I don't like that for me, for us mostly, is that I feel weird first off being like, subscribe. Like, you'll never hear us like boasting that, and that's why we never push it. But which is bad. We're a bad business.
No, you're good. No, it's very smart.
it's just different
No,
communities,
Ash, don't be disingenuous. What you're doing right now is very, very smart. You are not a bad business person. Very smart.
Oh,
But I can say what we want is more people in our community and more people to engage with. I don't care if you drop follows or subscribe or anything like that. You do you, whatever makes you happy. But I genuinely like meeting people, and I love learning about all the stuff. We have so many people in our community and people that we've met online that are creating their own things and that have their own stories. And the biggest thing for us is that we built this because we love stories, and all of you have your own stories. And so I just kind of wanted to say hello personally to you.
and you might send us more fun stuff like this.
That's David. That's David. But yeah, I want to meet you guys. So I know I'm just some face on the screen at some random time right now, and that you're used to Blue Box being awesome. I don't know which direction. Yes, you're this way. But yeah, I just wanted to say hi, and feel free to just chat with us. Even if you're like, man, I don't want to follow you. Like, that's cool. I just want to say hi. Okay, that's my spiel.
That is what endeared me to you guys so much. Was like the first time I was in chat, you guys like were genuinely like asking what my name was, and that you guys have like a whole thing where you try to remember everyone's names. And I
have
just
notes.
Like, it's such
I
a
have
community.
notes.
Yeah, I can imagine. There's a lot of people. It's like a whole
It
Google spreadsheet.
It is.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I have a Google sheet, and then I keep information, and it's because, like, it sounds creepy. I don't care.
No, it's not.
She keeps notes.
It's not creepy. I have the same thing. I have a whole Google
Okay,
sheet.
good.
Yeah, I do the same thing. It's not creepy at all.
I want to remember.
Isn't it possible that you're just both creepy?
Oh, well, yeah, that actually is true, David.
Like,
so
I could-
would creepy recognize creepy if both were
Yeah.
creepy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it may be creepy.
Sorry,
David,
gotcha.
what do we say? What do we say? Do we think that they're creepy?
No, I'm gonna wait to figure that out.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
later.
no, it's really hard to remember every single person, and so I like going back so that I could like spark my memory and then be like, oh, I remember they have this cool thing and stuff. And also, I have the memory of a goldfish, but I get so excited about things. So yeah, if you want to be added
David,
to my sheet,
David, what was that? What was that shoulder rub when she
What?
said she had the
Oh, I
memory
was
of a
just-
goldfish? It was like this reassuring. Yes, in
It's
fact, you
important.
do. I'm petting my goldfish.
She
I'm
had something right
I'm petting
there.
my.
She just had a little hair right there.
Yeah, of course.
That's all it was. Why? You know what? I did say might be creepy. That makes sense.
No, it was-
Gosh, we could just talk forever.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Keep
will.
the
I
stream
will.
going.
Yes, please tell me you guys will come back on. I'm gonna get set for the raid here into J. This is a
I
community.
think-
Go ahead, Rachel.
Ooh, no, go ahead. You shut it off so that I can then say an idea.
No, you first. Because your idea is gonna be better.
What do you mean? Okay, you guys were talking about dual DMing, and I thought it'd be a really cool LMA concept to have you guys on and talk about that, because there is a. Have you guys heard of Midst? It's on the Critical Role's YouTube. It was a podcast of sorts that they kind of picked up, but it's 3 people that are essentially DMing each other. And like creating this whole world, and it's really, really interesting and really cool, and that kind of reminded me of it.
Rachel,
But that's definitely something I want
Rachel,
to talk about. Hi.
are you challenging the patriarchy?
Yes, always.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so
It
fun.
hurts everyone.
Yes.
Don't support the patriarchy.
No, I think an LMA on dual. I've done some co-DMing. Well, heck, even Rachel last weekend, I went to Cameron and I asked Cameron to describe the scene.
Yeah.
Remember that? And then I did it.
I do.
Heck, I did it on Tears of Aird. So I will occasionally push a player that I know is open to that, but I've never done it as a canonized process. I would love to talk with David and Ash on how you like make that part of your process instead of just a thing you do occasionally.
We need to come back.
Yeah, that means we have to come back again.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
like-
Gosh.
and not on Halloween week. And let me promote it better. We'll get a bigger audience. But you guys were awesome tonight, Dave, Ash. I am so grateful to you both. Thank you for being our friends. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for the amazing content. Yeah. And yes, you're going to have to share your website secrets with me. I'm sorry, it is going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, rating
That's a
now.
lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Rating into Jay. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, how